Hello, gamers.
It's already 18. We're not even playing the intro. We're getting right into it.
Let's go!
Hello,
I don't know why
everybody, and
that's-
welcome back to another episode of The Game Drain with me, Matt Likes Games, Ham Solo 05, Hard Days Mike, and it's me, Twan.
Ooh.
I'm going to pass it off to Twan first because I
Oh,
haven't
shit.
talked to him all week. What have you been up to? How you doing? What are you playing?
Let's see, what have I been up to? Oh, I recently beat, Batman Arkham City not that long ago. I also now I'm working on Arkham Knight, but now COD just came out and that's taking a lot of my time as well. That game is just it's a lot of fun, man. I haven't touched the campaign yet. Well, I don't really plan on touching that anytime soon. But I haven't played the zombies yet. I'm not sure how that is. I've just been playing the multiplayer. But
just to say real quick, I'm gonna let you keep talking, but I actually played a little bit today with Bill, and it's fun. It's definitely I understand. Like I think round base is still better, but it's a nice little side.
I mean, I'd be
thing
down to
do.
play. I'd be down to play if you're down. I mean,
Oh yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
try
Because
it
now
out,
I know
yeah.
what I'm doing, so I
Yeah.
I can show you.
I mean, yeah, it looks
Keep
so cool with the bosses. It looks pretty cool with because
Yeah.
I know they have some bosses in there as well, which looks all right. But yeah, it looks like it could be all right. It doesn't look like it's terrible or anything. It's just
Yeah, it's like it's
definitely-
kind of
just
generic.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, keep going. What else you been
All right.
playing?
I mean, yeah. Other than that, that's pretty much it, honestly. Because I just been yeah. Because even before this COD came out, I just kind of played some Black Ops 1. I just wanted to play that a little bit as well. That's like honestly, Black Ops 1 is easily one of the best CODs ever made. It's just like the whole package is just perfect. Like great campaign, one of the probably the best zombies mode, like pretty solid multiplayer. It's just a very good package of that game, like the whole thing. So yeah, I was playing a bit of that, and this new card's just taking up my time right now. So that's pretty much it. Obviously, I'm trying to put some Arkham Knight in there as well, but yeah, I'm just getting distracted by COD right now. So yeah,
As you should.
Mike, what have you been up to?
I want to ask, how do you like Arkham City? Because I have not beat Arkham City or Arkham Knight. I beat
Really?
Arkham Asylum. So,
Oh, you
like,
haven't
no
beat Arkham
no
City?
spoilers. Do you think Arkham City is better than Arkham Asylum?
I do not personally.
Okay.
I think the story is really good,
Yeah.
and but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like Arkham Asylum just had better vibes. I like the whole, you're in this asylum. Just very good atmosphere that game.
Mhm.
And like the Arkham City, it's good. Like you the city, everything looks nice, but like it kind of got a little annoying having to go from one side of the map to the other side of the map just to continue the story. It's like it's not like Spider-Man where you could kind of just zip you could just swing all over the place very fast. It's like you got to take your time, kind of going through the city. So
Yeah.
it's not as quick. But I like Arkham Knight. I feel Arkham Knight actually has a much better sandbox because you have the Batmobile, and you could you could sling off the Batmobile, you could fly. Like there's a lot more maneuverability when you're in the open world. So I think that was actually done a lot better in Arkham Knight, in my opinion. So
Nice.
yeah, but Arkham City is still a really good game though.
Which
Like,
one's
still
better
definitely
between that and Spider-Man?
Oof. I don't know. I still haven't really beat Arkham Knight, but I'm really liking Arkham Knight right now. But I don't know, man. I really like Spider-Man too. The thing about like Spider-Man just swinging around the city just never gets old. You just can't
Are you still
make that
playing
not
Spider-Man?
fun. I haven't touched it in a while.
Sorry, I just wanted to say that because he said doesn't get old and he hasn't played. Sorry, I'm toxic.
It got old.
He never lets it get old because he just doesn't play it.
Yeah, doesn't get the
Well, the
chance.
thing is, if they release a new Spider-Man, it's like, and they don't have to they don't have to change anything. Just keep the web swinging, and I would still just play it through the whole thing, right? So,
Yeah.
but it's a good.
I'm just
it's a
being
very-
toxic, Torn. I'm
I
just being
know.
toxic.
You're just being
That's
correct.
just how you are.
You're
But
just
yeah,
correct. It doesn't matter.
I'm just being correct. Oh my god.
yeah, very very good.
So Twan asked me what I've been playing. Really, I've been playing COD. Thank you, Matt, for gifting it to me as an early Christmas present. I really appreciate it.
no
I'm having tons of fun. I want to say real quick, yeah, the main story isn't the best thing in the world, and it's not in the best CODs like ever. But I honestly don't massive train wreck like I've seen like a lot.
Yeah.
I've seen people say it's the worst I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's definitely like
Did you
kind of
beat it already?
No, I'm apparently pretty close to it though. But like a lot of the things that are apparently the worst things in the world, I'm like, he's like with COD. Um, um, I don't know. I think it's serviceable. I think it's fine. I think it definitely is the product of being somewhat rushed.
Well,
We'll just
yeah,
say
16
that.
months of development.
Yes.
That's for sure.
But is what it is. But I am having fun. I have fun with the zombies. The multiplayer is awesome. The maps I still fucking hate, and now I hate them even more. Rundown, for example, I hate that map. I fucking still hate it. Even the maps I win on, dude, I still hate that map.
Let's talk about the maps and not any one specific outside of Rundown, because that one we have to point out.
Can I talk
But
about one other game first before we get into COD?
Go for it.
So I discovered a game the other day, a boomer shooter that I have never heard of, and it's been out since 29 that I've never fucking heard of until like yesterday, no, 2 days ago, and I've been like, where the fuck has this game been my entire life? It's called Devolated, and it's a RPG. It's a shooter slash RPG with light, a shooter slash little RPG elements, and it has like a comic book like art style, and it's fucking crazy. It kind of almost has resource management like Doom Eternal, but this game actually came out before. Actually, pretty interesting. Um, so it's a really fun game, and there's a mod for that recreates the first level of Half-Life in that game, so it's like crazy and violent, but it's just a really fun, fast-paced, frantic game. It kind of reminds me of everything fun in like a fast-paced, frantic shooter, like in an indie game, and it's really good. And I'm kind of bummed out on how not popular the game is. It only has 50 reviews on Steam, and it's 90% positive. And it's like every reviewer I watched that talked about the game when it launched loved the game. They thought it was great, albeit some issues, but it was early access. So it's like I'm playing this, and I'm like, this game's fantastic. It has a lot of soul put into it. I love all the mechanics and the gameplay. It's really weird. It's funny as shit. It's random as shit. Like, remember, Matt, you were there when he was talking about selling tractors. When I was talking about him talking about tractors, I don't know. The game is so weird, dude. But it's just really fun. It's only $20. It's Steam Deck verified. It has the whole game is based around an arcade system, by the way. So if you like arcade score point building, that game probably is for you. I just think genuinely it's a fantastic game, and I'm kind of bummed it took me so long to hear about it. And that, like, the developer, I mean, not many people play it. I'm not saying it's supposed to be like this most mainstream game in the entire world, but as the guy in the game group, like, pretty much essentially only plays boomer shooters. You would have thought I would have, some point. So, but I guess it's one of those games that kind of fell through the me out a little.
Oh, you cut out right there, Mike.
Okay, that's not just my internet then. Okay,
shit,
good.
goddamn, thank you.
No.
I should have restarted my computer before we went live. But
good.
yeah, it's just one of those games
if you need to at any point, don't worry about it. It's fine.
All right, thank you. But I'm also going to try to keep talking like loud because I'm going to turn off noise cancellation as well to try. Anyway, sorry. It's just one of those games that kind of fell through the crack in the indie first-person shooter, boomer shooter scene, whatever you want to call it, and that kind of bums me out because, it's fun. And also, RoboQuest came out of early access. Mario, you got to try that again because they did fix the controller nonsense.
Blind, what's up?
Yup. I see him in the chat, so I had to shout him out because I remember when he was trying to stream it and his controller was like fucking not having it. So, but yeah, but let's talk about COD now because let's be honest, everyone is gonna know about that, not the first-person boomer shooters I play all day, every day.
That's true. That is.
Shut your mouth.
I mean, I wanted to say because you brought up the map real quick, and I wanted to do this real quick because we will want to get to Ham here as well, but you mentioned Rundown. Rundown, more than any map on that game, feels like it's either the map feels giant or the players feel like toys.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't like you got to shrink that map or just make everyone giant. Honestly, you got to do one of the two things because that map. I remember that map on Modern Warfare 2. I really like that map on Modern Warfare 2. It is not my favorite map in this game. It's pretty bad.
It's too fucking. It's such a bad map. Like I don't know. I don't understand how it's that bad. Like I feel like it's way too big. Like I don't even know if it's just too big. It's like it's also like so spaced out. It's like all they did for it was stretch out the map, but not like the buildings or any cover. Like there's certain like spots in the middle of that map where like it's just empty. Like there's nothing. I don't know, man. It's weird.
It's definitely something they should certainly be looking at. But Ham, pass it off to you. What have you been playing? What have you been up to? By the way, RoboCop footage is up on the screen, Ham, and Immortals of Avium is next. Sam there.
No, Ham.
Yeah, no, I was just letting you finish.
Okay.
So no, that's awesome, RoboCop, and what did you say? Immortals of Avium's next.
Yeah.
But as for what I've been playing, Starfield, uncomfortable amount of that.
Let's go.
Still, I've also been playing Remnant. Shout out to you for hooking me up with that game.
No
Game's really fun. Halo Infinite, been playing the heck out of that still. I feel like there's something I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, Call of Duty, duh.
No.
I'm playing that. The campaign, meh.
No.
It's whatever.
Same.
But yeah, the multiplayer is dope. Multiplayer is definitely dope.
It's like as Call of Duty as Call of Duty could get, pretty much.
Yeah, it's exactly what I kind of wanted from Call of Duty.
Well, the mini map as well. It's like I think the time to kill is pretty good as well. I like the time to kill as well. So I feel like they made all the right changes, in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of agree with Matt with what he is saying with some of the. Sometimes the people feel really tiny.
Yeah.
Like really, really tiny. Especially, I don't know what that one map is called.
Rundown.
That's the one we're talking about.
It's the one with like the tunnels in the center.
Oh, you talking about Wasteland? No.
No, he's talking about it's either he's talking about Rundown or he's talking about another map that I can't remember the name of. Is it raining in that map?
No.
Okay, so you're talking about Rundown then, like the desert, not desert, but like really sandy, like I don't know what you would describe that as. But it's tunnels.
It's just like with trenches in it, and it has the tunnel in the center.
No, trenches.
No, you're talking about Wasteland.
It is Wasteland. So it was right.
Yeah, that's Wasteland. That map.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, I didn't like. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't like that map in the original Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, I feel like that map's always been trash.
Yeah.
No, I love that map. So
I was good. I was good at mine. I just hate. I don't know.
Fucking that map is a fucking sniper's wet dream. That map.
It is. It's great.
If you like sniping, it's amazing.
If you like assault rifles like me or SMGs, fuck no.
No, I just use a marksman rifle.
Yeah, but I mean that's the play for a map like that. Just a big open field.
Yeah, it's pretty nice doing that there. Running around isn't as fun in that map. But that one, and there was another one. It's not a state that I'm thinking of. Damn. I don't know. I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, there's just a few maps where, it feels very spread out, like almost like too spread out. It's the map that we were playing on that has that kind of like little like fountain kind of in the center on one side of the map. You're gonna have that like fountain type thing with Man, I don't remember what it is. Damn.
I don't know either.
But anyways, yeah, it's still a really good game though. I highly recommend it.
I mean, it's
If you
definitely.
love,
Sorry, continue.
what's up?
I said it's definitely a game I'm gonna put a lot of time into. That's for sure. You know.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. I'm good.
Yeah.
Have you played the zombies at all, ma'am?
I don't like zombies. I'll
I
be
don't
the
like
worst person
zombies.
to ask. Nah, I
Not
might give
even
it a
like
try
not
at
even
some
like Black
point,
Ops.
but
Not even like Black Ops zombies, like the original one.
I don't like zombies.
We
You
fucking
see, Twan
zombies,
has to do that
sis.
thing where he asks you
Not even-
7,000 questions.
Not even the other zombies.
Like, just like the zombie, like fuck it. No, you just don't like zombies. Like fuck zombies.
Oh my God, Twan! He just said
Yeah,
I'm gonna strangle you.
Like
John's like, you sure?
most most video games that like associate themselves with zombies, I just kind of, I don't know. Like it
I
took
think
me
you
a
like that
long.
island though.
I feel like that's a little different though, which
Yeah.
I feel what you're saying, but like that's literally the only enemy of the whole game, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I feel like the only real reason I'm giving a pass to Dead Island is because I can punch him in the face, and I can do that a lot. And like I don't have to really use a gun.
That's fair.
But as for just like running around and shooting zombies, like kind of played out.
That's fair.
That's why I kind of that's why I enjoyed Dying Light and Dead Island, because it was just like, sure, it's zombies, but it's a totally different take than what every other game with zombies is doing.
All right.
It's true.
Are you sure you don't like zombies? I'm just kidding.
I'm not into round-based stuff, and that's round-based with shooting zombies, so I don't really care.
All right. Yeah. Each to their own, I guess. Yeah.
I'm kind of there with you, except I don't really have much of a. I just don't care about Call of Duty Zombies, and I never really have.
Really? You don't like zombies?
No.
Oh my God!
I was like, really? You sure you don't like zombies? Sure you don't like... Yeah, I'm
gonna throw
don't.
you.
I definitely don't.
But did you play Black Ops Zombie? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you play Black Ops? You play Black Ops?
Just names every one with zombies, and what about this one? Try
that. Sure about that?
You
Your Mob of the Dead, Mob of the Dead in Black Ops 2 was actually pretty sick. I don't know if you ever played that one. Mob of the Dead from Black Ops 2, the one that you're in the jail.
I don't know which one that is, Twan, because I don't
know what the fuck you're saying.
Alcatraz. You're in Alcatraz. Remember that one? It's like zombies.
Because I don't play zombies, Twan.
It's like
he's just gonna play every single zombies after not like Twan. I love zombies. But I'm not gonna sit here and ask him if he plays every single fucking zombie.
It's the one you respawn in. You're like a ghost.
He hasn't played it.
He thinks if he adds more detail, I'm gonna remember it.
No, like remember, you remember that shotgun? It was like a shotgun.
No, I don't. I don't, Twan. I'll tell you now, I don't. I really don't, but
that was a sick gun. That was a sick gun.
It was. It really was. It definitely was. But let's get. Actually, you know what? I need to talk about what I've been playing. I mean, Call of Duty. Same as most of you here. I can't stop playing the multiplayer.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's kind of an issue.
Yeah.
I got Immortals of Avium. I just started playing that. Fantastic game, by the way. Very, very fun. RoboCop. Mike knows that game fucking rules. That game is awesome. What else? I got Crew Motorfest. I played a little bit of Forza Horizon earlier. I beat Alan Wake. Alan Wake 2. Fantastic game. I mean, I'm trying to think of what else I've been playing, but that's the core of what I've been playing, and a lot of it has been Call of Duty, and had Halo in there as well. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. We can get into some actual topics now, because there are things to talk about this week that are pretty damn interesting. I'm going to start with Baldur's Gate 3 Baldur's Gate 3 devs show off the level of optimization achieved for the Xbox Series S port, which bodes well for future PC updates. And the reason there's an emphasis on PC here is because it is from the greatest publication of all time, PC Gamer. Xbox Series S, optimizing for the Xbox Series S is basically given, I think it was 34, let me see here, 34% VRAM usage, a decrease in VRAM usage, which means it runs better now, or it should, in theory, 34%, run better on Xbox Series X, PS5, PC, as well as on Series S. So that is something I want to throw out there. I mean, I know Series S gets a lot of shit just for being, you know...
The Series S?
Exactly. Just for being the Series S. But this is one of those cases where it seems like it's actually helped in a very, like... in a way you can actually quantify, 34%. It's helped a very popular game. And I'm going to pass it off to you guys. Do you think this is something that we see more of as we go further into the generation? Because I mean, we still got what? It's 2023. We still got 2028. So we still got we still got like 4 years left of this generation. So is this a trend you could see continuing going further into the generation?
I'll start.
Go ahead. Twan just broke tears.
All right.
I'll do it.
All right. So I think this is good because, like, I always had this issue with them, releasing a PS5 Pro. They think, oh, just add a few more teraflops, that'll solve the problem. But no, at the same time, it's like, developers need to learn. Developers need to learn to, like, optimize for these consoles instead of just being like, oh, just add a few more, add a bit more of this, add a bit more of that, then the game will start running fine, right? It's like, because even back in the day, it's like they had so little to work with. Like if you go on back in the PS2 or the Xbox, or even the 360 and the PS3, like they didn't have much to work with, and they just had to make that shit work, no matter how hard it was. But they did get it to work, Yeah. I just feel like with these consoles, they could squeeze a lot of juice out of them to make them do what they want these things to do, instead of be like, oh well, it doesn't work, so just add a few more RAM or add a bit more of this and they'll fix it. It's like just adding more teraflops isn't the solution in my opinion. So I just feel like like I said, optimize the games better, and then that's it. And then shit runs better. So. I don't know.
I very much agree with that.
Right. I feel like it speaks for itself. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you other people speak on it first, because I do have thoughts on what Twan just said. But yeah, does anybody else have any thoughts on the Series S in this specific case, helping a game that again probably is going to win Game of the Year? I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. But yeah.
I mean, I'm very happy to. Okay, so it's a multi-pronged take, but I'm gonna try to smush it down. It's always important when the lowest so everyone's talking about like the lowest common denominator. Oh my lord. The lowest end piece of hardware will always be optimized, because the reason why something should always be incredibly well optimized at the low end is because it will drastically help out at the high end as well. Something scales correctly, it does benefit everyone at play. So if something does really run well, I'm not saying it has to run at ultra fucking settings on a Series S. That's absurd. No one should assume that. But Matt, you assume a lot of dumb things, bud. I'm just kidding. No, but
I'm just very smart.
Just get the Series S to run 4K 60 FPS on every game.
It already does, Twan.
But the thing is when you do optimize and at least really try for the low end or the lower end, it does benefit. What?
No, you cut out right there. The lower end.
God damn, dude. I don't know what's going on. I wonder if my headset's going out more than. But I've had this thing for like 2 years now. Probably is just dying on me. Anyways. Yeah, if you optimize for the lower end, it benefits all the users at play. I'm going to say this. I think developers should always, and I mean always, do their best to optimize their games for us. And I feel like that's a given, and everyone should. but I also kind of still feel like Lavarian, is that the name of the studio?
Larian.
Larian are kind of given a, I don't want to say a pass, but they're very lucky. I don't want to say they're lucky too, because they worked fucking hard on Baldur's Gate. But let's just talk about in this gaming market that was huge as it is, because great games can be smothered in its pillow and no one ever hears of it, and then it falls. But if this wasn't a very popular game, like that one that's going to continually sell as well as it does, I don't think we would have seen these gains. And I feel like you're saying, well, wait, what are you exactly getting at? Is that it is really hard to squeeze everything out of a platform, at the lower end. I'm not saying they shouldn't try. That's not what I mean at all. But I still feel like going forward, when we're going to see others, I mean, hell, we're already seeing it right now, that aren't exactly given the luxury of I'm getting to optimize to that degree, because realistically they're going to just kind of skip Xbox until the public outcry and basically Phil Spencer and Xbox stepping in being like, no, we need this on the platform. I'm not saying developers shouldn't optimize their game because of it. That's absolutely not what I'm saying. But I feel like this is a real special case, albeit incredibly positive. It's an example of what we will see moving forward. I feel like at the end of the day, for a lot of developers, they're still just going to target for more, it has more teeth.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing.
You know what I mean? And that's once again not me defending broken games or anything like that in the slightest. But this game was something special for the people that like or that love Dungeons and Dragons, whatever that game plays from. It's a very special game that they could afford to take that time. And it's more about affording to take the time to optimize and then in general, because I'm of such two minds about it, because optimization is incredibly important to play on things like that. A good console port that scales well across multiple SKUs can show up can show up on PC depending on how development is handled. So I want good ports, but I feel like we won't see too much of this going forward, and that kind of bums me out a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with what you said at the end there. I don't think. Well, first, Ham, what do you think? Do you think, because the original question is, do you think that this is something that we see going forward to end out to for the rest of this generation, basically?
Yeah, I definitely think it's something that you see going forward, because you're making the developers work on the lowest common denominator. They got to figure that thing out. And then once they get that thing figured out, that kind of relieves the stress on everything else that's going harder. As long as they don't take too many cheap steps to getting that taken care of. If they're honestly trying to get it to work everywhere and well. And keep in mind, if these publishers and stuff want to, be able to make some money and cash in on all different types of hardware, keep in mind the Nintendo Switch is coming out with their next generation of console at some point within the next, I'd say, year and a half, 2 at the latest. And I'm sure a lot of different publishers and developers are taking notice to Activision, saying that they're willing to put Call of Duty on their console.
Yeah.
So with that happening and Call of Duty seeing that, or not Call of Duty, but Activision seeing that, looks like Nintendo's going to have enough specs to be able to run this, that will definitely open the door more for publishers like Larian or developers like Larian and other companies that make big games but can kind of, dip it low if they have to. Look at Hogwarts Legacy. They got that. They figured out a way to get that to run on the Switch. So, that if you played that game before, that's a big game. Whole lot of graphics, whole lot of stuff going on at once. I mean, just Hogwarts, the house, or not the house, but the school. Just
how many
alone
years?
is
Didn't that take a year and a half after Series X, or is it just a year? Like,
No, because it's a year because it came out this year on the current gen, and it comes out. Does it come out this year to end the year on Switch?
Yeah, it's coming out this year. It's supposed to be coming out soon, I believe.
Yeah, so about a year.
Okay, so a year difference. All right, I was just curious.
But I just think that's. I was just thinking that's good for gaming in the sense where it can kind of keep it from being out of control to the point where people are not optimizing things properly. I just think that's an all-around good thing. I also see it being something that you may see possibly. I mean, I don't know for sure, but possibly may see other companies try to do what Microsoft did and have a 2 SKU system to where something's maybe a little cheaper or lower spec to be able to get out more product, and that might turn around and making the devs figure out things to work on that like because I'm thinking like maybe next generation, right? I'm thinking past this generation with this whole idea of low an economy class for for consoles, right? And I'm thinking maybe the next generation we see like a 10 teraflop, like I don't know, Series Y, compared to the Series Z or something like that. That's like the all 16 teraflops or something crazy, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it at that in that kind of realm as well, where obviously the next version or the next generation of something like the Series S would be clearly strong enough because it's like running Series X kind of architecture almost in it, or pretty much completely. But then whatever the Series X now is able to do, a comfortable. I mean, whoever knows this that's actually gonna be comfortable, but like an 8K30 or something like that. Like what they actually advertise on these boxes.
Yeah.
Lie to Loke some more.
Yeah, get Loke really upset. Get Loke on here, have him rant about it for 2 hours.
I don't think I've ever met someone that has an 8K TV though. Like
I know someone.
We all do, and that's Shiv. Shiv has an 8K TV. I know that.
Yeah, I know Lemon has an 8K TV as well.
God damn. God bless him.
And I mean they're expensive TVs, but they're not crazy on. They're not crazy unheard of, and the more the time goes by, it's gonna be what 4K was when everybody had 720.
Yeah, everyone's like, well, 4K TV, you're rich, kind of thing.
Pretty much. I remember when 3D TVs first came out, and that was like a big deal, man. Those things were like 10 grand.
I remember really wanting a 3D TV, and then less than a year later, they just stopped existing. They just stopped being made. And I feel like 8K. It's interesting to think about. I wonder how long we are from 8K being
just a normal ass like resolution, basically.
I think probably like 2030 or something. I don't know if it's the next generation. I don't know if it's.
You think the next console? You don't think the next generation of console is going to be like 8K standard?
No,
you don't think so.
No, because they're touting 4K right now.
Yeah, they could barely even do 4K.
Not everything's doing not everything's doing 4K. So it's like, yeah, fucking focus, get to 4K, and then figure it out from there. But like, don't come out next gen being like 8K 120. We promise. No, don't do shit like that.
like that's why I'm not like too crazy about getting an 8K TV, because it's like it's like I don't really see that becoming the standard anytime soon. At least with gaming,
I mean, like, not even just for games, just in content in general.
Yeah.
I mean, 4K content's not even the norm.
Nope.
Like, I mean, you watch TV. Ham, you talked about it on your show with Loke earlier in the week, like you watch, you turn on your television, your cable box is giving you usually a 1080p image.
Yeah.
So it's like we got a long fucking way to go before we're hitting 8K. Before that's something we're thinking about. Or
Yeah, I
at
feel
least
like AK
we
TVs
should
are
have
just
a long way
extra.
to go.
I feel like AK TVs are just very extra right now.
Yeah, but they do. I can't. They do look fucking nice. I gotta give them that. They do look nice.
Yeah, I
But,
mean, I remember I saw like I was in like I think it was at Costco, and they had an AK TV on display. I'm like, wow, it was like one of those videos where it's showing all the animals and shit. I'm just seeing this frog. It feels like that frog's like right in front of me. Like it's insane. Like it was just so fucking clear.
yeah. But I think y'all kind of raised some good points. I'm kind of in line with Mike with what he said, especially towards the end of when he was talking about. I would like to think this leads to more developers, taking the time necessary to do things like this. But at the same time, Larian can do this because it's Larian, and they don't have Activision looming over them. They don't have a big gigantic publisher looming over them saying, "Get the fucking game out the door right now."
Yeah.
So it's like Larian can like, oh, we found this really cool thing, saves a lot of performance on Series S, and it's gonna help everybody else. I mean, that's some shit I don't think you'll ever really hear of with I'm trying to think of an example like GTA 6. And that's the topic in the show coming up later as well.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, that got announced.
Yeah, it did. And I mean, we'll likely be seeing it at the Game Awards this year. But I mean,
PlayStation exclusive, boys. Let's go.
Let's go.
They lock it to the PS4. It's a PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you imagine it only comes out on PS4 and Xbox One like fucking GTA 5 did when it came out only on the PS3 and 360? I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah.
I do remember that. But at
Yeah,
least
like
at
the
that
next
time,
gen-
the Xbox One didn't exist, and then neither did the PS4.
Sorry, did the PS4 wasn't out?
No, PS4 and Xbox One came out like 2 months later.
Oh, because I don't know. I thought those consoles were already out. I don't even remember.
Nah, not yet. I mean, it's like 2 months away.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I would like to think that this is something we see going into the future, but it's just I think in certain circumstances we will, and in certain circumstances we won't. And I feel like you're gonna see smaller studios like Larian trying very hard to do things like this, and you're probably gonna see bigger studios that aren't first party, not really caring about stuff like this. Like I don't see, like I said, Rockstar. I don't see Rockstar caring about this. Like I don't see Rockstar going the extra mile to optimize for Series S, and they go, "Wow, it actually got us some gains on PC."
You know what's? I'm going to be honest with you. With Rockstar, especially for GTA 6, I don't know. I don't know what the stake of Rockstar is though. But like for some reason, for something like GTA, I could see them like.
Interesting.
Because this is the reason why I say that too. Is this game is literally a once in an every other generation game point. I'm more so talking about kind of like, the EAs that are kind of this game needs to be out this year, or like, kind of like stuff like that, or the Ubisoft. I feel like in general, those ones I don't have, but I don't know but who knows? GTA 6 will be a fucking clusterfuck. But
no,
for some reason,
I expect GTA 6 to be a very well optimized game, just because of like how much they care about it. I just don't think it's something like,
okay,
it's super optimized everywhere, but Series S is a little bit funky.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they'll go in that situation and be like, oh, we gotta do everything we can to fix it on Series S.
They'll be like, it works, kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they prove me wrong. That'd be really cool. And maybe it'd be really cool if that wasn't the case, right? But like, I just don't see that being the case. But we'll see. I'd like to hope that this is something we see going forward, because it does make sense. Like optimizing for the lowest end hardware should help you optimize. I mean, things should scale if it's done properly. I mean, things should scale accordingly to what hardware is available to you. And if you start with the lowest common denominator and go up from there, then it should just keep getting better. So fingers crossed that's something we see more of. But I mean, I did mention GTA 6. We should probably talk about that because it's announced that we'll be seeing the trailer for GTA 6 sometime next month. Everybody's kind of assuming the Game Awards because that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
But I guess the first question is, when do you think we'll see it? I'm sure you guys probably going to say Game Awards. But if anyone doesn't think the Game Awards, yeah, right. December 1st. The day before Jeff Keighley's show.
They're going to have the GTA show.
Yeah, the GTA show. Jeff Keighley hosts it.
I'm so proud to have it my show.
Jeff Keighley shows a trailer for Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm so excited for this generation defining. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm toxic.
Well,
but yeah, probably at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
The Game Awards.
Game Awards.
That's gonna be right after the Game Awards, and they're just gonna just casually tweet it out right after the Game Awards. Just take all the spotlight off of it.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
Just do like a live stream during the Game Awards. But the second question to that, I'm assuming we all agree Game Awards, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's like a safe bet.
Okay.
It's like probably 70% Game Awards.
And then the second question after that, I asked Ham this earlier in the week, but when do you think GTA 6 releases? I mean, just a year. When do you think? What year do you think GTA 6 releases?
Probably not next year. Probably the year after that. I'm thinking like 2025. Black Ops 2 year.
Okay, so what about you, Mike?
Oh man. End of the year. I'm just kidding. That'd be fucking crazy.
Not straight up just shadow drop it.
Dude, I'd fucking freak out. Like, man, they could be at that point for all I fucking know. But I'm hoping late 2025. Or wait, what year is it right now? 2023. Late 20.
It's 2022.
I don't know what year it is anymore.
No, it's gonna come out 2021.
Yeah. Retroactively. Ham, what about you?
It's been out this entire time. You don't even know it.
Oh no, is Ham there?
Yeah, Ham, wake up.
God dang it! I keep thinking I'm speaking, but I'm muted. But no. I was saying, I think next year. I think if they're going out of, I think if they're going out of their way to bring it up and talk about it and stuff like that, I don't see why they'd be like, "Hey, let's rush out to talk about it and not drop it for 2 more years."
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Like, I just don't. I don't see why you'd want to run out and hurry up and hype somebody on something where the previous game is the highest grossing game ever.
I mean, we know it's been in development for a while. Like we've seen gameplay already. Got leaked, right? So we know it's been in development for a good while at this point.
I mean,
yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. So who knows? It could potentially release next year. Yeah, it's totally possible.
I fucking love that.
Yeah.
What else are you saying, Ham?
Oh no, I was just saying that. Like, yeah, I just think that it's gonna be. It's either going to be September of next year or...
Oh, shit, a month.
Yeah, I think it's going to either be like around September of next year or winter of 2025, if they have to push it back at all.
Okay. I feel like if you're releasing it next year... Yeah, September makes sense because they released GTA 5 in September, right? I believe.
Yeah, I feel like they'd want to maybe do anniversary style or something.
That's, oh man, it sucks it's not this year because they could have done the 10th anniversary, honestly, but that ain't happening. But yeah, September would actually make a lot of sense. I mean, the whole anniversary and everything. They did release GTA 5 September. I'm not sure when they released GTA 4. I believe that was later in the year because I remember skipping school that day and coming to school the next day, and the teacher was like, "How's the game?" And I was like, "It's fucking great." and then my other teacher found out about that, and she wasn't very happy. But whatever, forget about that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Dude, I was not a great student that year. But yeah, I feel like 2025 is when we see it. I feel like either 2025 or like holiday 2024. I feel like holiday 2024 makes a lot of sense as well because it's like it's the fucking holidays. Everybody's out to buy shit.
Mhm.
And while you're out to buy shit, why not buy the biggest game of the fucking decade, probably?
Yeah.
So, I
The
mean,
game of the generation. as
yeah,
they
I feel
say.
like it makes a lot of sense to release it around that time. But then again, Ham says around the September time frame. That also it does. Thing is, it doesn't matter when you release GTA 6. It's gonna fucking sell.
Yeah.
You could release it literally any time you want, and it's gonna sell a stupid amount of copies. So
They could release it tomorrow and it'll fucking just sell
Exactly.
insanely well. Like,
they could shadow drop it this second, and by this time tomorrow,
Yeah.
it would have sold probably like 10 million copies.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So like
It would.
like they can do whatever they want, honestly.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm thinking 2025. It also makes me wonder. I get nervous thinking about GTA because I'm like, I really love GTA 5, but after 3 years, after a couple playthroughs of GTA 5, it's like, okay, I'm done with it.
Yeah.
Where it's like they stretched GTA 5 out for like gonna be like 11, 12 years by the time that game comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Please, God, don't do that again.
Oh, it's
Please,
gonna happen.
God. Please, we can't do it again, Mike,
I
because
mean,
it's
back in the day, we used to get so many GTA games like back to back. You know.
Yeah, back in the day.
exactly. Well, that's the thing. It's back in the day.
Unless
And,
they might have a plan for seriously keeping up with story-related content.
Here's the thing: if they promise story-related DLC like they did with GTA 5, and they have to deliver because they promised it for GTA 5, and we haven't got any of that. So it's like it's one of those things. If they come out and say that, they gotta deliver it.
Yep.
I don't know. I get really nervous with GTA because I'm like, and what you said is right, Mike. They're probably going to do it again, but it's just So
I know,
GTA,
man.
GTA 6 comes out. Let's say it's 2025. That means 2037 will have GTA 7. Like that's fucking insane.
That's one of the reasons why I'm kind of. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, but like that's why I'm kind of happy. Like I've never been the biggest. I mean, I've always played GTA. Don't get me wrong. I might say, oh, I've never been a GTA fan. Yeah, but that's kind of one of the reasons I'm happy. I've never been a super fan where it's like, this is incredible, and I gotta wait 15 years for another one, which is hysterical because I'm a Half-Life fan. Objectively more painful. But
it's never gonna exist.
That game's never gonna fucking end, dude. I'm gonna be like my great grandchildren. We play fucking ultra dead.
Like you're gonna be like 80.
Dude, they're gonna be playing Half-Life 2 official remake, and I'm gonna be fucking pushing updates. But
yeah, they'll finally get a remake in 150 years.
Yeah, Gabe Newell will be in like a mech suit by then, like just
his
Newell's on ice.
Transport.
Yeah,
it's all his whole consciousness is just transported to a computer.
Exactly. Gabe Newell's on ice, just controlling Valve with his mind.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
He figured out the key to immortality.
That's what it feels like. Oh my god.
But I have another question for GTA. Do you guys think it's only going to release on console, or do you think it's actually going to release on PC day and date?
Well, it's
because I feel like Rockstar. I feel like Rockstar is going to pull a Rockstar on this one, only releasing on console at launch.
They're gonna do. I would be willing if I was somebody who bet money on things. I would bet money that they're going to release it the way they've always released. So it'll be console first and then PC because for whatever reason it seems to work for them. So
I don't know, they got that old school mentality. I guess I don't know.
I just feel like they're not going to change that.
I'm just hoping that it won't be like if they do that, it's not like 2 years. Wasn't it like a pretty decent wait for like Red Dead Redemption?
It was definitely over a year. That's
Red
for
Dead
sure.
2.
And GTA 5.
When did that come out? Well, GTA 5 was like pretty soon after because it was like GTA 5 came out on 360, and then like the Xbox One and PS4 came out, and then they announced the definitive edition, and then they're like, oh yeah, the definitive edition's also coming to PC. I think that came out a few months after it released on Xbox One and PS4.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay. But yeah, it wasn't a year. I don't like shit. It might have been, honestly. I don't think it was a year though for GTA 5. Red Dead 2, I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to look that up real quick.
Because like I'm just hoping that like if they really want to make optimization, because like I feel like that, like once again, this game is so big, like you can't have a bad like a PC port. I feel like, you know what I mean, like because they want that shit to run on potato so they can make money. Like I don't know, it's like
Red Dead 2 was over a year. November 5th, 2019. The original release date was October 26th, 2018.
oh my god,
so it was over a year for Red Dead 2.
That's crazy. But yeah,
I don't know.
So yeah, make sure if you're a PC gamer. So yeah, if you're a PC gamer, beware of that GTA 6 launch. So
I think everyone who's primarily PC already knows. I feel like for Rockstar, this is just something that people, because it's because it's GTA, because it's Red Dead, it's like fine, fuck it. Like if that's what you're gonna do, fuck it. I'll get it wherever you're gonna put it. But like, it's because they can get away with it. It's really just because they can get away with it. And then for the people like me, for people like Mike or whatever, like I'll buy it on PC when it comes to PC, and they know that too. So they're exactly. They're like, here, you can buy it on your Xbox or your PlayStation, and then when we bring it to PC, you can buy it there as well. Yep. And as long as fucking dumbasses like me are going to be giving them money for it, then they have no reason not to do that. So it is what it is. But I mean, we'll see. It would be wild to see them say PC day and date. That would be. Yeah.
I think that'd be a first. I think that'd be the first time in history they'd do that. Like
that would be the first, and that would be huge.
Yeah.
That would be, as far as like pre-orders on Steam, like sales on Steam charts and everything.
Steam would blow up.
That would be number one for months and months and months.
Yeah.
That would be huge. But fingers crossed, maybe it happens. But there was some other stuff. I guess we should talk about the Steam Deck OLED. They announced this, and my initial reaction to this was like I was like, I need to buy it right now. How much? I'll buy it too. My initial reaction was kind of like an eye roll, because I was like, oh, kind of like the Switch OLED, right? Oh, it's got an OLED screen now. It's brighter. It's more colorful. It's like, yeah, that's cool. And then I started to see like, though. I started to see what was actually going on with this, and I had a tweet here. I want to say it was from Shinobi. I'm trying to find it right now, actually. Where
and the battery life like doubled.
I think it's like 50%. Yeah.
Trying to find it.
And like you actually get more frames now because it's more efficient wattage or some shit.
Yeah. Oh wow. Here it is. A tweet from Jeff Keighley.
Let's go.
It's the Valve has announced the Steam Deck OLED November 16th release. HDR OLED display, so it does have HDR, unlike the Switch, which has a beautiful OLED screen, no HDR. But then again, Switch doesn't know Nintendo doesn't know what HDR is anyway.
Dude, Nintendo doesn't know.
They don't get that. They understand it. 30 to 50% longer battery life. That's where I got like a little bit intrigued by this. And then the thing that made me go, that's actually compelling, is the faster downloads. Because Twan, you've got a Steam Deck. I know Ham's not here right now, but he's got a Steam Deck.
No, I'm here.
Well. Downloading a game on Steam Deck is a fucking bitch, especially for downloading.
It's a task.
Like,
but then again, my internet's just trash. I just assumed that was it.
Oh god, downloading a game on Steam Deck on your internet, Twan, I'd rather jump out of a window. Yeah, I would rather jump out of a window. But dude, downloading Cyberpunk on my Steam Deck, that's a task. That's like an actual task. You have to you have to set aside a few hours for that.
Is there a way to hardwire the Steam Deck?
You can get a dock. You can get a dock and hardwire it through the dock, which I've tried. It's faster, but it's not like it's not
significant. Yeah,
it's not worth it. But yeah, downloading games on there is a bitch. So that was the thing that made me go, "Wow, that's actually a worthwhile upgrade." Versus the Switch OLED to the Switch, and it comes in. I guess it just replaces the price point for the old ones, and they knock the price on the LCD display Steam Decks down. We'll talk about that in a second. But Steam Deck 512 gigabyte OLED model costs $549. Steam Deck 1 terabyte. They have a 1 terabyte model now, which is great. $649. And then I think they also have like a limited edition one that's like a see-through Steam Deck. With like red.
Steam Deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up and see if I can get it on the screen real quick for us. But I think it was like a transparent Steam Deck with like red triggers.
Okay, like see all the motherboards and shit like that.
It looked awesome. Limited edition Steam Deck. See if I can find that.
Man, those are like back in the days. You had like those Game Boys, you could just see through everything. Where even the controllers, like the PS2 controllers.
Yeah. Oh, okay, let me see if I can
just to see through. The see-through PlayStation controllers, those are sick. They don't do shit like that anymore. The transparent controllers.
Tacky nerds. I'm just kidding.
We need Mad Cats to save the day.
Yeah, we need. We need like we need a transparent DualSense controller. That's what we need.
For all the
I want to see those haptic feedbacks go off like in real time. Like just see that.
I just need a game for that. It's good.
Oh man, that actually be sick.
That photo doesn't do it justice. But yeah, there is a special edition Steam Deck, which apparently you can only get in America, and it's like $680 and 1 terabyte. But yeah, this is interesting. I'm not rushing out to get this. I've got a Steam Deck already. I'm set.
Yeah. I'll be fine.
Yeah, I know Ham. You're kind of in the same boat. Like you're all set. You're not dying to get this.
I barely even use my
Not
Steam
only
Deck
am I not dying to get it, this just isn't impressive to me.
Okay.
We'd rather get that Lenovo thing, though, right?
Right. I mean, like I said, I'm not and I said it when I bought the Steam Deck, and I turned it into a Windows machine.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a Steam gamer, so if you're not a Steam gamer, literally don't buy it.
Yeah.
like don't do it unless you are a Steam player, or else there is other choices on the market that you should.
Well, unless if you want to get into Steam, I guess. But
what's that?
Oh, unless if someone wants to get into the Steam ecosystem, I guess it's not a bad idea.
Well, yeah, but then that kind of obliterates the whole "if you're not into Steam" conversation.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to get into Steam, then hell, that's phenomenal. But if you're happy on Xbox, but you just want to be able to play on the go, the Steam Deck
with the Game Pass,
not the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really need to put Game Pass on Steam or something.
Honestly, I'm surprised that Valve and
Gabe Newell said he's open for it.
Exactly. Which is why it's like, dude, Phil Spencer needs to get in there, because if Gabe Newell's saying let's do it, then get the fuck in there and do it. What are you doing?
Maybe I don't know if he's like not comfortable with the idea of it not running on like Windows operating system. Maybe I don't know.
I'm sure somebody at Microsoft is. I'm sure that's the reason. Somebody at Microsoft is making that decision. Oh, but it's running on Linux. Get the fuck over.
Yeah, they want that shit probably running on Windows.
Get over it and figure it out, because I mean it's like it's not going anywhere. The Steam like they've basically slid by coming out with another model for the Steam Deck and then saying, oh yeah, by the way, we're working on another Steam Deck coming in a few years or whatever. It's like it's not going away. You guys might want to figure this out and get on board with it in some way, shape, or form. But that's just how I feel. It's just how I feel.
Yeah, because it seems like literally every other portable PC, like I guess Xbox is on board with it. Like the Lenovo thing, it's like they're on board. It's like Game Pass, even the
ROG Ally. They're like, oh yeah, Game Pass, we're all on board, but it's just the Steam Deck that they're not on board with.
And the only reason has to be the fact that those other ones have Windows and Steam Deck has Linux.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, at the end of the day, like I said, figure something out because it's worth it.
Yeah.
It is worth it. You'll see those Game Pass subscribers go up.
Oh,
if you can get Game Pass working natively on Linux, you'll see that go up.
Yeah.
But like I said, just my opinion. Dude, I'm watching this gameplay of Immortals of Avium, and there are some parts during this boss fight where that FPS fucking tanks. It fucking tanks.
Are you doing a Series S or X?
No, this is Series X. It was running phenomenal. Like, it was really, really good. And then I got into this fight with this fucking dragon, and it was just shooting shit everywhere in the arena, and that FPS buckled like once or twice. But yeah, fun game, definitely worth checking out. But yeah, I
came out at a terrible time.
It did come out at a very, very bad time, like a few days before Starfield, and that's just not cool. You can't be doing that. But yeah, I'm not too interested in the Steam Deck OLED. Twan, what about you? I know you've
definitely not. I mean, I don't really use my Steam Deck that much, anyways, right?
God damn.
So fuck, man, it's been a while.
What Steam Deck do you have, by the way?
I have the Tier 2 one.
Tier 2, same here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you're getting the Tier 1, just don't buy a Steam Deck. It's not worth it.
Well, the Tier 1's worth it if you're going to open it up and put like a better NVMe in there.
Yeah, because I don't even think it is an SSD.
No,
it's like
it's
50 gigabyte like
eMCC or something like that.
Yeah, it's like not an SSD.
Yeah,
it's bad.
But like, I know people buy the first tier and then they put like a 1 terabyte in there, and it ends up costing less than the 512 gigabyte. So
yeah, well, I mean, yeah, if you have the skills to pull it off, then I guess
Oh, I've got the skills, bud. I put 7 in my Steam Deck. No, I didn't.
Hey man, I put an SSD on my PS5. I could do it.
Yeah, right. I'm basically
I'm
an open heart surgeon. I can do anything if I can put a SSD on my PS5. I am a surgeon. I was kind of waiting for you to do that.
I found it hilarious. Like, people over exaggerated when putting the SSD on their PS5 at first, like putting on like fucking construction helmets and everything. It's like just.
Oh man. You gotta be safe. You gotta protect yourself.
It mainly is just because that console looks so goddamn stupid, but that's real.
Yeah. Also, what happens if you're putting that in and the PS5 falls over on you? You might die. Honestly.
You might.
You need a helmet.
It'll just absolutely crush you.
You need a helmet. Gotta be safe,
dude. I need a helmet if I want to put my fucking SSD in my computer, because like it's behind, like the best slot is behind the 4080, so I gotta take that bitch out. That thing's a pain in the ass to yourself.
Where are you taking it?
Out.
Like
to a restaurant, to a nice restaurant, so that you wouldn't understand.
Like an Olive
Matt.
Like an Arby's.
All right, I'm gonna give my opinion on this Steam.
Give your opinion, Mike.
My opinion is you stink. No, but
I agree. Honestly.
But I think it's awesome. Especially the 90 hertz screen. I've seen that there's some like frame rate comparison running, just because it's more efficient wattage.
Yeah.
So I think that's cool. If someone probably hasn't had a Steam Deck yet and they wanted one, I'd say just go with the OLED one. I feel like you're getting your games are going to run better. You're going to have more storage, and you're going to have the better screen. It's going to have HDR. You're going to have a higher response.
Yeah, good things come to people overweight.
If people have their current one, they had their shit for like a year now, and so it's not like it was a waste. You know what I mean?
Mike's directly talking about me.
What? You mean?
Keep going, Mike.
Okay. If anything, I just gave you a compliment. What? Anyways, Matt's losing his mind. But anyways, if people have had, what was I saying? Damn it, Matt, you made me derail. But what makes me really interested is what they said in addition, is that in 2 to 3 years, the Steam Deck 2 will, and it will be a generation.
Yeah.
So that's
Is
what
it me
I'm
or is
more
Mike
so
cutting
interested.
out?
I'm probably am.
Mike's cutting out a little bit,
All
but
right, all right.
I've kind of gotten used to it, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll look into buying a new headset. K20, you know what's funny? You know when
What?
things break and like you
What?
Twan, you know that funny
What?
thing? I don't. What? Okay, no,
What's going on?
I'll get up. Anyways, so but yeah, that's kind of it. Like I'm excited for the next generation of Steam Deck more than anything.
When do you
Yeah,
think
that's
next?
what.
When is the Steam Deck 2? When do you think that's supposed to come out?
2 to 3
Well,
years.
they said 2 to 3 years. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Like, I don't like the OLED's cool and everything, but I
They'll
don't.
launch alongside the Switch 2. Be twice as powerful as the Switch 2.
I'm not. I'm not get. I am not getting. I'm on strike. I'm not getting a Switch 2 until they give me Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
And I've got time. I will wait as long as I need to.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that leaked document for on
Oh,
Nintendo where it was basically like it was like a dual screen like thing. It looked like a DS almost. I'm not sure if you guys saw that.
I have not.
So like I don't know. There. It looks like the next console might possibly be a 2-screen thing like the DS apparently. So who knows
I
what
hope
Nintendo's
not.
got? Who knows
Yeah,
what? Who knows what
know that.
Nintendo's got cooked up? So
Oh, dude, they cook up a lot of things, but it's gonna be like a watery bowl of oatmeal, but it's a screen console.
All right.
got 2 OLED screens. Imagine that. 2
Oh,
OLEDs.
It's so funny because it's like this. When's the next Switch supposed to come out? It's like they said 2 years, right? One to 2 years.
Well, yeah, I mean,
dang.
we think it should come out by next year. By the end of next year, that'd be the most ideal time for it to come out.
That would be, but then it's like you're halfway through this generation, and you're
Yeah.
building something that's on par with a base PS4,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna keep that for how long until
Yeah.
fucking halfway through the next generation? Is that what we're
Honestly,
doing?
at this rate, they might as well wait until the fucking PS6 and the Xbox Series 2 comes out. I don't know.
Yeah, and make something that's equivalent to an Xbox now or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just my
Yeah,
thoughts.
they
All
might
I'm
as well
hearing
just
is a
wait a
bunch
few
of
years.
bee-boo bopping.
Just wait an extra few more years.
You should name Mike.
That's Ham's thing.
That's true. It is Ham's thing. I need to go. I need to. Never mind.
What?
Oh my god. But yeah, I'm waiting for the next gen Steam Deck. This is cool, but I'm not interested. But another topic is WB pivoting to live service games.
Yeah.
And this is a tweet from Shinobi. A quote from the CEO David Zaslav from WB. I'm not entirely sure if I'm saying that right, so I apologize. It says our focus is on transforming our biggest franchises from largely console and PC based with 3 to 4 year release schedules to include more always on gameplay through live services, multi-platform and free-to-play extensions with the goal to have more players spending more time on more platforms. Ultimately, we want to drive engagement and monetization of longer cycles and at higher levels. We have put specific capabilities. We are currently under scale and see significant opportunity to generate greater post-purchase revenue. And that is
Wow.
from the CEO of one.
Man,
of these.
nothing but excellent news.
Yeah,
Mwah.
that was a big load of shit. But I'm gonna pass it off to you guys. I mean, Warner Brothers does seem to. I mean, with the exception of Hogwarts Legacy being a single player game, a very good one at that. I mean, you look at Suicide Squad.
Depressing.
It's like I'm trying to think of another Warner Brothers game that we've known.
I guess Mortal
exists.
Kombat.
True, I guess. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, you look at games like that, and it's just like, is this what we're doing? And yes, the answer to that is yes. This is what we're doing. Going forward. So I'm going to pass it off to you guys. How do you feel about WB transitioning to more live service games in the future?
I mean, it makes me like me right now playing through Arkham Knight. It just makes me depressed, honestly. Like, just playing this game is just fantastic, and knowing that we're probably just never gonna get something like that again from the same studio. It's depressing, personally. But yeah, I mean, like I don't know, like, fuck. I mean, well, yeah, like I said, what else have they even made? Because I feel like they haven't really been pushing that much, honestly.
No,
Like
they
other than like
haven't.
Mortal Kombat or like even the Suicide Squad. They've been cooking up the Suicide Squad game for like fucking feels like 5 years now. Like,
And it was supposed to release, and it was about to, and then they're like, then
we're
everybody
too
was like,
scared.
everybody's like, God, please don't release that, and they're just like, okay, we'll delay it.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
like,
delay until you guys are
Shoot a
fine with
purple
it.
thing in the game.
yeah, right. Yeah, they're putting more purple stuff in the game.
Dude, like I remember watching the gameplay. I'm like, dude, you're just shooting it. I don't know what that gameplay loop was.
Yeah, it's like Fortnite vibes when I look at that game. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I was excited for, well, not excited, but like when they initially announced it, like before they
Yeah, well, I
showed
mean,
us it.
it's like Rocksteady. You can't go wrong with them, right?
Yeah, I was like
Yeah,
Rocksteady, Suicide Squad.
yeah.
This will
Let's
be
do it.
awesome. And then they
Yeah.
said it's a live service game. And I was like, I don't know about that. I'll
Rocksteady, Suicide Squad, Suicide Boys.
fuck yeah. Dude, I'm listening to some of that. But no, okay. But yeah, I'm like, dude,
Sounds
this is
terrible.
gonna be awesome. And then
Yeah.
they're like, I was like, fine, whatever. Live service, I'll still give it a shot. And then they showed me it, and I'm like, okay, no, I'm all set. I'm all set. And
Right.
and then yeah, they went to go release it, and everybody's like, don't fucking release that. And they're like, okay,
Do not do it, sir.
we'll hold out.
Like
on
it's
that.
even more depressing because Batman's voice too. Like that's the last role that the guy's had before he died. You know, so it's just kind of depressing that that's like his final role in anything.
Yeah.
Really. You know.
Yeah,
Just
he gets the last thing he did.
And
He
it's
gets
just-
to
yeah.
be Suicide
And
Squad.
it's in a fucking live service game.
Be live
it's a
service
fucking live
Suicide
service.
Squad.
Fucking. This is depressing, man.
This poor
Like-
man. This poor man. But yeah, I mean, Ham, I'm sure you've got some thoughts. I know we talked about this a little bit on Wednesday on our show, but I mean, what are your thoughts about WB pivoting to live service games in the future?
Sounds like they're doing exactly what everybody wants, right?
Right? Dude, you look. In fact, I'm going to bring it up while you're talking here. But the comments, the replies to that tweet, it's unanimous. Nobody fucking wants this.
Yeah, I didn't even look
Right.
at the comments because I was like, I already know what people are gonna say. Like, I didn't even look at any of the comments
Yeah.
because I
Bring
just
this up on
it's just
stream.
there's no point.
Man,
I
it makes
love
me
that.
so. Sorry, go on.
I love that these companies love to lean on the we listen to the fans after they completely ruin their company first.
Yeah.
Right. It's interesting. It's definitely a bold strategy. But-
Because in my opinion, what they're doing is literally trying to ruin their company by saying that, hey, we have so many iconic characters. You know what we're gonna do? Skip stories.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep. Dude, everybody.
The whole point of the character being made in the first place, you know, we're not gonna divulge into that too far. We want to keep you in a forever loop because we're assuming you already know who this character is. So why give a story? Why spend a huge budget on the story for him? I feel like that's what they're thinking. Where it's just like, we know you know who these people are, and we can give you light little story pieces in between to make it fun to keep playing and keep playing and keep playing. But you know who they are, so we don't really need to give you like 30 or like between like 15 to 30 hours. We don't need to give you all that. You already know what it is. So it's just like, and to me, it's just like such a cop out that I can't really get behind because I know what you're doing. You're trying to be cheap, and then if we complain and say no, don't do that, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I got something for you guys. But now we got to get rid of all these developers for AI, so you kind of hurt them. So like I feel like they're just meandering however they can to make sure that the blame isn't really exactly on them and either on the crowd or on the or just on the way that or just around the way that the gaming industry is moving.
Yeah. That's actually a really good point. Yeah, I mean, It's baffling. It's just confusing. Well, I take that back. It's not confusing. I mean, what the fuck are we saying? It's 2023. This is exactly what
Yeah, this
a
is
lot
just par for the course.
yeah, this is just what a lot of people are doing, unfortunately. But it's
Modern
just
gaming, boys.
it's just something that Ham hinted at, which I didn't hear a lot of people talk about this week covering this, is the fact that WB, like Batman as a character, we won't see another game focused on Batman the character. We'll see Batman skins, but we're not going to get another, like that Arkham series. Done.
Done. Yeah.
No more of that. Like,
I mean, to be fair, they didn't have to recast the guy as well. You know, they'd have to recast Batman.
sure,
Yeah, but
it's like, dude, honestly, I know it sucks. I know that dude was iconic as Batman, especially in the Arkham series. But like, like recast him if you have to.
but they can't recast them.
But you have to.
What, they're gonna bring him back from the dead?
No, I'm saying get somebody else to recast the character.
What the hell do you think he said, Swan? Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
I'm so confused. I'm so confused with what you meant.
I thought you meant bring back. I think you meant bring back the actor. I was like, you can't bring back the actor.
No,
like,
I didn't say bring back the actor. I said
okay.
recast him.
Yeah, okay, sorry. I was listening to recast as like a different context. So never mind.
So, man, I'm really bummed out by this because I thought Hogwarts Legacy was genuine. In particular, I mean, there's like issues with it, yeah, whatever. But like, I thought it was such a great game and such an amazing first step for the studio. Like, that's freaking insane. They made like Chicken Little the game before. Like, they made like Game Boy games and Cars. The video game, was it? Like, yeah, I can't.
Cars. I think it was Cars 3 on the Wii.
And like also the Chicken Little game. Like they made that, dude, and then they made Hogwarts like a game that does have RBG. Yep, RPG
has RPG.
RPG mechanics. Good good storytelling. Fun combat that can a little bit close, but once again, it's the first out of what could have been a series. Like but it was an incredibly solid first showing, and honestly, probably a lot better than a lot of people's like 50th show. So it's like, I was genuinely so impressed with what they had, and then when they said, "Yeah, we don't have," that broke a little bit. Now it's kind of like, am I gonna get like an RPG now that's world gonna be like running around as casting spell? It's not what I want, because it's not a Harry. That game is the most I ever thought, hey, maybe Harry Potter is like interesting. And now I'm never gonna get anything again for it. So
I mean, I feel like they could bring it. I feel like they're not completely going to live service. I feel like Hogwarts Legacy. I feel like that game did good.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like that game did objectively, not even just objectively.
It was like one of the highest selling games
phenomenal.
Like one of the highest selling games this year.
Yeah, sure. I think it is the highest selling
game this
year. Like,
there you go.
So like, it's just like. But it's like, just the way they word that, I'm like, I could see them being like, oh, we could find a way to get them to keep playing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
And it's just
the way they worded that suggests that yes, they're not going to be like, the way that's worded suggests that they will not be following through with Hogwarts Legacy, or at least not in the way that
which stinks, because that game is amazing.
Yeah.
I honestly like this. You guys probably won't agree with me here, but I honestly think that game should be probably the game of the year.
Really?
Huh.
I don't disagree. I just don't think it will be. But I think like I wouldn't be upset if it won. I'd be like, yeah,
it's literally sense. It literally came out of nowhere without a like Baldur's Gate is on 3. This is Baldur's Gate 3, not Baldur's Gate 1. You know, this is 3. This isn't Hogwarts 3. This is the first time
The first in like a series. Yeah.
Yeah, and they didn't even include the main protagonist that everybody knows.
Yeah.
And this game is currently the leading selling game this year. Keep that in mind with COD. Keep that in mind with Diablo.
Mhm.
With Baldur's Gate 3, the supposed game that's going to win it. Keep that in mind, you know? Like this game one is killing it numbers wise, like crazy. No other game can touch it right now. Not even Zelda.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like and I get it. Zelda's on one platform. Hogwarts is on like I don't know how many at this
Well,
point.
it's gonna be on Switch soon. I'm pretty sure. Well, unless
It's gonna be on Switch soon. It just it came to PS4 and Xbox One and during the summer, and it came to Series SX and PC earlier.
So it's pretty much on it's on all the main platforms at this point.
It is, but to sell like that is still an accomplishment. It outsold Elden Ring, if I'm correct.
I believe you are.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
pretty sure
that was
that
last year's game of the year. You're gonna tell me that this game, and people are telling me it shouldn't even be nominated. I'm like, are you kidding me?
I've seen people say that too, and I'm like, are you out of your mind?
Like most people have not predicted this game's gonna.
Also,
be
like, I just want to say again, that studio made Cars the video game.
And Driven to Win, man. That was like a bit of a banger. That one,
like, no one was rooting for that studio, dude.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, this is like. I remember when those trailers were dropping, people were like, yeah, it's no way it's gonna. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. And then like, it did. It came out exactly like that, if not better in some way.
Mike's exactly right. Everybody said, "Who are these guys? Good luck." Yeah, right. And then on top of it, they have all this J.K. Rowling stuff going on, and they still produce that.
Yeah, it was a shit show.
Yeah, that's the reason I don't think. I think it deserves. It fucking absolutely deserves to be nominated. There's not even a question. I think it deserves to probably win Game of the Year. I don't think it will. Basically, it's simply because of that because of that last thing.
Yeah.
Because of the J.K. Rowling situation. I don't think, and it sucks for the developers because they don't have anything. They
actively speak out. It sucks. They also actively speaked out against what she said, and then it's like people are like, I don't care. I still want your. And I feel so bad. I feel bad because that's like their first game. You know, like that's their first game. Like, you know what I mean? They're not working on Chicken Little. Cars.
It sucks for the developers because I mean, it's just a shitty year in that sense where it's like there's a lot of developers, this developer particularly, who deserve to have the recognition of what they've done, and like I said, this developer particularly is going to be probably one of the devs that gets the least recognition. Because of just some old fucking loser ass lady opening her mouth on dumb shit. Because of that, this studio is gonna probably go a little bit unnoticed at the Game Awards.
Yeah, she doesn't care about the little bit of money that she lost by opening her mouth because she's already crazy rich.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the folks that and I'm not trying to say game like all these game developers are hurting for cash. Like it's not like they're in the soup line or anything like that. But like I'm just saying, like they're not making nothing like she's making, and so she has no problem going out and saying some off the wall stupid shit because it's like at the end of the night she gets to get in her double wide trailer sized jacuzzi and just sleep it off. Hammered. Like she doesn't care. But like as for like the person that busted their ass and worked overtime to make sure that this game is hot, and trying to fight the constant bickering that is J.K. Rowling and whether she's right or wrong, like I don't think any of those motherfuckers really care. And if they do care, like I'm sure there's people on that squad that worked on the game that don't like her.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
I wouldn't,
definitely
I
is.
wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if like 80 to 90% of that team. Well, if they don't hate her for what she said necessarily, they fucking hate her just for the amount of shit that got flung their way. You know what I mean? Because of her.
they have to, they're in the crossfire and that shit. You know.
You know, like, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And that stinks. And I agree with Ham. Like if we're really gonna base it off of the success of your game, like it's the studio's first real AAA game, and it's had fucking unprecedented success. That deserves to be Game of the Year. But it's just, I mean, you know, like we're in a world right now where we're like, is it even going to be nominated?
Yeah, and a lot of people think it's not going to be nominated. Like,
and I don't think it'll be nominated. And like I said, specifically for this dumb shit.
Yeah.
So it's like I'd love to be wrong. I'd love for them to get the recognition that they deserve. It'd be awesome to see them win it, but it's just like, is that gonna happen? I don't know.
Man, tomorrow's gonna be so toxic tomorrow when
That's
those
the thing.
nominees get
We're gonna
announced.
we'll find out tomorrow.
Fuck, it's gonna be so toxic.
And you know, I'll just say this. It's,
Can you tell me?
what's up?
Well, before
Vinny, what's up?
you go, Mike, can you tell me why
Yeah,
tomorrow is
absolutely.
going to be toxic? Because I'm a little. Because I was
Actually,
I was
too.
kind of.
the
I
nominations.
was a little busy just a little bit ago. I don't know if you guys were trying to talk to me at all, but I was helping my wife.
no.
I mean, not my wife. I was helping my daughter take a bath. So.
You're all right.
No.
Nominations come out tomorrow, so like, it gets announced tomorrow. What's nominated?
It's gonna be. Oh man,
It'll be a toxic day for sure. Lots of stuff. Lots of things are getting snubbed tomorrow, and it's not gonna make people happy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I just do feel bad for that. Like, and it's more so. They could have made any game, right? It's not because like I'm some massive. I told I have never seen a single Harry Potter. Every time I've seen anything from a Harry Potter movie, I see children flinging like toy sticks around, and I'm like, I don't really.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not me shitting on the movies. I mean, I know people love them, whatever. But like to me personally, I've just never been into it. But like they made something that even someone like me that was kind of a little lame. I don't know. Anyway, like this, and I got interested.
You're not even
like,
interested in the source
it.
material, yeah.
Like I wasn't even interested in the source material, but when I saw the gameplay of how they made the believable, you felt like you were in. Like I was like, yeah, I think I gotta check. And I mean, I had people angry at me for fucking playing it, but I was like, I'm
being spoiled for me.
Yeah.
Like I. Oh, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, the game. That's why I didn't beat it, because I had some motherfucker just come in my reply.
I had it
like,
spoiled for me as well, but I still beat it. But yeah, it stunk.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
It's like, and it's, man, that's a whole like how people online.
Yeah, I think that game wins the award for the most toxicity around it, for sure.
That and Starfield.
Yeah.
Starfield, dude, I was seeing some real off the fucking wall shit.
There should be like a toxicity award or some shit.
But yeah, I would have liked to at least them to win.
That would
some
promote it.
Award.
I don't think they'd ever do that, but
yeah. I hope they get some kind of an award. Like I don't know if it's music and something, because they need that team did too much for like. To just be like, oh, I'm sorry, you can't get anything because the IP originator writer fucking sucks. Like, I feel bad for them.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they deserve recognition in some way, shape, or form. And I think the best recognition you could get, and that they deserve, would be a nomination for Game of the Year. But,
the bare minimum, but it's not happening.
Yeah, we will see what happens tomorrow.
We'll probably get it could potentially get it nominated in like RPG of the Year or some shit, you know.
Dude, if it's not nominated in RPG of the Year,
yeah, then it's fucking robbed. I don't know what the fuck
we're
fucking
doing.
robbed.
Because it's like there's like 6 games in that thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the competition really is Starfield, Baldur's Gate, and Hogwarts. That's the competition. It's like you get 3 other games after that.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, right. Spider-Man's an RPG. It's got RPG elements, guys. fucking love that. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Best of luck to the team. Hoping tomorrow they do get some of the recognition they deserve on that. But yeah, I mean, that was really the topics for today. I mean, we got about 15 minutes till we normally wrap it up. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about? before we go?
Nomination predictions.
That's actually a good question, Tuan. Nomination predictions for tomorrow.
Okay.
What do we think? There's six possible things that get nominated. So, or there's 6 things that get nominated out of like the tons that are definitely deserving.
Yeah.
So what do you think gets nominated? Let's start with Tuan. You brought it up. What do you think gets nominated?
Okay, I'll bring it up.
Hurry up.
Right, so what I'm thinking personally is I think it's safe to say Baldur's Gate and Zelda are going to be there. I think that's those two. I feel like those are already locked in, just because of their fucking Metacritic scores alone. Let's be honest. So yeah, those 2 games, and then I feel like another safe bet would be Spider-Man 2. That's probably going to be in there as well. So that's 3 down, and then
it's crazy to me that that's a safe bet.
Spider-Man 2, yeah, I mean, yeah. And then I think after that, I think Mario Wonder has a good shot of being there as well. And so yeah, I think Mario Wonder, and then what else?
Halo Infinite 2.
Alan Wake 2 could also be up there as well. So I'm gonna say Alan Wake 2, and then I feel like the 6th one could really be a wild card. Like I want to say Resident Evil 4 remake, but at the same time, there's been so many good games this year. Like I don't even think they'd want to put a remake up there, just for the sake of having something brand new up there. So I feel like it could either be Hi-Fi Rush, Starfield, or even Final Fantasy 16. Personally, so it's between those 3.
I'll tell you, if it's Final Fantasy 16,
yeah. Personally, I disagree with that. If it was Final Fantasy 16, because I just think Starfield's a better game in my opinion. But Final Fantasy 16 is good too, but it's not like I don't think it's better than Starfield. But that's just me. Obviously,
out of those games you picked, what do you think wins?
I want to say Baldur's Gate's probably gonna win, just because Zelda won an award already. Like I said this before, like because God of War Ragnarok, right, was nominated, and also Elden Ring was nominated, but it didn't. Everyone thought God of War was going to win it for sure, but Elden Ring ended up winning it. But then when we had the other time where it was God of War that won it, but then everyone thought Red Dead 2 was going to win it. It's just so
Red Dead 2 should have won. That's fucking still insane.
Yeah, Red Dead 2 says.
Wait, what won that
Red
year?
Dead 2 definitely.
God of War 2018.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? Okay.
Yeah. Because everyone thought, because like Red Dead 2 literally won every other award but except for Game.
Oh, that's gross. I'm sorry. All right, sorry.
It's funny because the same shit happened with God of War right now. God of War Ragnarok won every single award except for fucking the Game of the Year award. And I fucking called it. And I was like, see guys, I fucking called it like when it happened. So I feel like the same shit's gonna happen this year, where Zelda's gonna win like every other award, but it's not gonna get Game of the Year. I think Baldur's Gate 3 is gonna sweep it up at the end.
Which, to Tuan's point about God of War winning the God of War won Best Soundtrack over Elden Ring.
I don't even remember the music in God of War. Like
I don't either. I don't either.
Dude, Elden Ring's From Software music is like some of the most epic, and I just come from someone that doesn't give a shit from like.
Oh yeah, Armored Core 6 could actually be in Game of the Year too. Actually, that's another thing for the.
Oh my god, dude. There's way too many games this year. I'm like brain dead thinking about how many games there were. Brain dead in general, but brain dead.
Armored Core 6 so it's like a toss up for the 6th slot.
Halo Infinite 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
That's not gonna cut it, Mike. You gotta pick some games, bud.
Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach, Halo 4.
No, do you know what's gonna actually? Do you know what's gonna get Game of the Year? Fucking Modern Warfare 3. That's gonna get Game.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right, Juan. Modern Warfare. Okay, Modern Warfare 3, Gollum, Redfall, Starfield. I'm just kidding. Gollum sequel. Assassin's Creed Mirage.
The Kong Rise was
the Kong game.
Jesus.
What else came out? Patriotic Baby.
Quantum Air.
Dude, I can't even remember yesterday. I can't remember all the games.
Yeah.
I want Starfield there. I
Like, what are the odds you think Starfield's actually going to be nominated?
I don't know, but I want it there because I love Bethesda. I want Starfield. I want Hogwarts Legacy. I want Diablo 4. What else did I play this? Dude, I literally can't remember. I'm tired.
Fuck it. Doom Eternal should win. Fuck it.
Yeah, you know what? Doom Eternal 3 times.
So out of the 3 you chose, what do you think wins? Out of those 3.
Out of those 3, I mean, it's
Yes.
probably the safest and cleanest bet would be fucking Starfield. But after what why the hell did I that? Ham said, yeah, I kind of would, if we're talking about especially how big of an impact it kind of should be Hogwarts.
Yeah.
But
like realistically, we all know it's not gonna happen. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. So what about you, Ham? What gets nominated? What are your 6 games?
All right, the 6 games that are getting nominated, in my opinion, I think Hogwarts is going to be there. Baldur's Gate's going to be there. Alan Wake's going to be there. So there's 3.
You say Zelda already?
I think, Zelda's going to be there.
Yeah.
Diablo.
Oh, Diablo. That's interesting. Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of like and I'd say Starfield.
Yeah, you think they're gonna give Microsoft that nice little cookie, give them the nomination, just be like, here you go.
I don't see how they wouldn't. I mean, if we're talking about like analytics,
yeah.
If like if we're talking about analytics and popularity, then that would be insane to keep that out. In my opinion.
Yeah. It is a big deal. It is a big deal, that game.
It was a big deal, and it was a big deal not for a week, but for like
it was trending for like the whole month. Like it was just trending nonstop.
And it's a single player game.
Yeah.
Right? So like it was hitting Steam charts like crazy, which is in Game Pass. And to me that let alone is a big deal. Because not only is it like statistically looking good, but it's like also kind of narrative shifting for other people as well.
Mm-hmm.
So like if we're talking about game of the year, you have to consider stuff like the way stuff were looked at statistically, the way things, the popularity around it, remember this was it got second only to Elden Ring with most anticipated game last year.
Yep.
And I'd say that it lived up to it pretty well, especially like I said, it being in Game Pass. The whole thing was Game Pass holds back, games from being as big as they possibly could. Well, I'm not saying Starfield's a perfect game, but it definitely is very ambitious from a developer that never has done anything like this.
Mm-hmm.
And they stuck the landing in the sense of you've never seen them come out with a game this polished. Like, there's just so many positive sides.
Yeah, I mean, with a game like Starfield,
disingenuous to not include it.
Yeah, with a game like Starfield, they could have easily just screwed that game up. Like, it was just so easy to screw up a game like that. The fact that it came out the way it did is honestly a miracle, in my opinion. Like, the fact that it came out, it was a good game, it functioned. I think that's alone is worth praise, honestly.
It is. It definitely is. So, out of those games, Sam, which one do you think wins? Did you say that already? I don't think you did.
What was the question?
Out of those 6 games, which one do you think wins for you?
Go ahead.
Yes.
God damn it! I keep hitting the button to talk when I'm already unmuted.
All right.
No. I was saying, like I said earlier, Hogwarts. That's what I'd call a game of the year because I hate Harry Potter. I don't like that world, but I beat the hell out of that game and I really enjoyed myself. I enjoyed the character creator. I enjoyed picking the clan that I was part of. There's just so many elements of that game that I just would have never. If you would have asked me just last year if I was looking forward to this game, I probably said no. I probably said, yeah, I'll give it a try, but I don't really care. I'm sure there are podcasts where you could bring me up saying that exact thing. Oh, I'll give it a try, but I don't really care. As a matter of fact, I said Vinny's getting it, so I don't have to get it, so I get to try it. And if I don't like it, then I didn't buy it. I think that was like almost word for word one of the podcasts I was on. I said that, and I ended up playing the game from Vinny, just like I said, but I could not get off of it. It was insane. So man, I 100% give that one the game of the year in my opinion. What I think is going to win is going to be Baldur's Gate because there's no noise around Baldur's Gate, and it made and it took everybody by surprise. So I think that's the two elements. In my opinion, I think that's the two elements that Keely is probably looking forward to the most is which game won't make me look like a dumbass. And I feel like Baldur's Gate would be that game to not make him look like a dumbass, and also him not to seem like he's catering too much to one thing over another. I feel like that'd be Keely's easy choice.
Yeah,
I agree with that. So for myself,
not that it's up to him.
Yeah. For myself, I say nominations are, Baldur's Gate 3, Zelda. I think Alan Wake 2 is there. Diablo 4 is there.
Okay.
A game that none of you have mentioned that I don't give a fuck about. I'm sure none of you give a fuck about. But the way people talk about it, I really wouldn't be surprised if it's there. Sea of Stars.
Yeah.
How's that?
Say that. It's
Dude,
like some indie RPG.
It's like an indie. It's like an indie RPG. Look like some old Final Fantasy shit.
Yeah.
I have no interest in it whatsoever.
I don't think that's gonna get nominated unless they really want to put an indie game in there. But I doubt it.
I think it does. I think it does. And then also, for number 6, I would say this is. You know what? I'm taking Sea of Stars off there because this was fucking my list. So fuck that shit.
Yeah.
So number 5 and 6.
No
I'd
Mario?
Say, fuck no, I'm not putting Mario on my list. No fucking way, bud. You don't know me at all, Twan.
It's a really good game.
I don't play that shit, Twan. You don't even know me, bud.
Redfall?
Have you played Mario Game Boy Advance?
I'd put Redfall on there before Mario. I'll tell you that. And Redfall's not on, and Redfall ain't on there. Let me tell you that. But
Mario
5 would be.
It's a good game, Matt. Sorry.
I'm trying to think. Maybe
Mario. Sorry.
No Starfield?
Dead Space remake, and then I'd put Starfield on there.
Yeah.
The thing is, I think Starfield gets snubbed. I think Starfield gets. I don't think it's going to be on in the nominations.
Yeah.
Because you notice what I didn't put in there is Spider-Man 2. That's absolutely going to be on the list.
Yeah.
That's absolutely going to be there.
Yeah, I didn't put it on the list because to me, it's just I get it. If it's what's most popular game that needs an award, then sure. I don't know, but to me, it's just I've played Spider-Man just like Twan just said he played Gotham Knights. It's not too. It's different, but it's just not wow.
Well, it's more the same. Yeah,
I haven't played this before.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I played Spider-Man. It's about what I expected it to be.
Exactly.
Personally, but
and that's why I don't have it on my list. As for what I think wins, out of that, I think honestly, I think it makes the most sense for Alan Wake 2, given it's the Game Awards, and that's the kind of game they go for. Is like the third
Okay.
person, very
Alan
story
Wake 2
heavy.
would be a fucking that would be a fucking crazy fucking curveball if that got the Gotti. Like,
I think it makes sense. I mean, I think
yeah,
here's the thing: Baldur's Gate 3 is going to win it. That's
yeah.
the thing. But I would not.
Yeah.
I'd be so not surprised if Alan Wake 2 won it. Like I said,
Yeah.
it's heavy story, like a very narrative driven game. It's third person. It's got the fucking. It's got that like Last of Us layout with the gun, like the HUD and shit, or Last of Us Part 2 layout with like the HUD and everything. Like, it's exactly what the fucking Game Awards want. It's exactly what makes the fucking people who do that feel important. So it's like that is the game that makes the most sense for me. But Baldur's Gate 3 is going to win it. I think Starfield should be nominated, but I mean, fuck, we'll see. I don't.
It's honestly really a toss up because like because there's so many good games this year. It really just comes down to your personal taste at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Vinny also says in the chat, Jeff Keighley's a huge FromSoft fanboy, so Armored Core 6 will be there.
yeah, I
That's
guess that does
another
make
game.
sense. Yeah,
That's another game that like
they'll
I
take
can't speak
Starfield's
on.
spot.
I can't speak on that because shit. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak on that because I haven't played Armored Core. But
It's
I
really
don't
good.
know. Like there's just if that game takes, if we find out that game takes Starfield's spot, then something's gone terribly wrong. Because it's like, dude, like Ham said, just success of a game.
Yeah.
Armored Core 6 and Starfield are in different leagues entirely. They're not.
Yeah, I mean, I
even
feel like Starfield is definitely much
Yeah.
more mainstream than
it's
Armored
not
Core
even
was.
in the same realm.
Yeah,
But hey, it is what
I
it
need to
is.
get back to playing Armored Core.
And for all I know, it probably will. It honestly, it probably will be there instead of Starfield. Like that's
Yeah.
the thing. So it doesn't really matter. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, I'm
Just
watching
personal
this.
taste, yeah.
I'm watching this to see the fucking reveals. I want to see GTA
Yeah.
6, and I want to see what Xbox and PlayStation show.
We're here to celebrate the game industry, Matt.
Yeah, and I can't wait to. I can't wait to.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see
I really
Imagine
hope
Dragons do another set. I can't fucking wait for that.
I really hope Jeff upgraded his security. Honestly,
I don't.
I don't see Jeff pull out a gun.
No, I
He's
don't.
gonna get shot.
Jesus.
He's gonna get shot in this show. I swear to God.
Not
Jesus.
Jeff. I don't want Jeff to get shot. I'm talking about someone who rates the stage.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Matt,
he's
you're the one
got.
that made that joke original. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, hey, man, he's got. Like, it's. I mean, it's a serious thing. I mean, he's got to really like work on that security, man. He's got to figure that shit out.
He's gonna the Bill Cos. What is he? Bill Clinton kid's gonna raise. He's gonna fucking beat him to death.
Yeah.
He's gonna beat him to death.
Honestly, he's definitely blacklisted there at this point.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I think he's got a VIP pass. I think he's backstage hanging out with Jeff.
He's gonna walk in
they have
there with
snipers
the
in the audience. Someone gets up, they just get immediately.
He's just gonna casually walk up there with the Larian's fucking studios, fucking as they come up to get their award. Just gonna follow them.
I really hope that shit doesn't happen. I don't know. I'm at the point where it's the most entertaining usually. So
I would not be surprised if it happens. I as Twan said, I'd fix your fucking security, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happens again. But yeah, that's the show. We can get into the outros here. I mean, Mike, start us off, bud. Let them know
you can find me here.
Let them know where they can find you, Mike.
You can find me here every Sunday.
That's it.
At what time, Mike? What time can they find you here at every Sunday?
At 8 p.m. or whenever Matt gets his app.
What's that? You cut out. You actually cut out right there, Mike.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. I agree. Let's go with Ham. Let them know when they can find you, Ham. Oh no.
Ham, you're muted yourself.
Ma'am?
Oh, I thought it was Mike's turn to still speak. My bad.
No.
Oh my God, no, I'm fighting for my damn life right now. But anyways, yeah, you can find me here or on my own channel, TSWS Game. I also do Matt Show on Wednesdays, 2-player podcast at 2:00 Eastern every Wednesday. But yeah, on my own channel, usually Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, I have a show on there with something going on. Whether it's the crossover with K Mega or the lowdown with Loke, and then Behind Them Sticks on Thursday. I'm supposed to be with Paris Lily this coming Thursday on Behind Them Sticks.
Nice.
And then Friday, of course, for bullshitting with me, Low Cozy Beluga, Matt, and usually a guest.
Looking forward.
That's it.
Twan, let them know where they can find you, bud.
You can find me here on the show on the Sundays that we do the show, and you could also
Every
find
Sunday.
Yeah, every Sunday. Well, we try to aim for that. I mean,
no, we do. We've never missed a show. Continue.
And he's threatening us in the
8 o'clock.
Chat. He would like to find us, he said.
8 o'clock in the real world time. So
Reward.
and Twitter, and that's it. That's all you can find me.
All right, for myself, it's Matt Likes Games on Twitter at Matt Likes Games. And then you can find me on YouTube, Matt Likes Games, videos every Monday and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And then on Wednesdays, like Ham said, the 2-player podcast at 2 p.m. Eastern. That's with me and Ham. And then Fridays, Bullshit at 4 p.m. Eastern on Ham's channel. And then here every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. That is where you can find me. And with that being said, thank you for watching, and we will see you all next week.
Yeah.
Take it easy.